HHDG.
Peace, everyone. We are on another episode of HHDG Media, the podcast. Shout out to our HHDG Facebook group. Hope everyone's tuning in. Shout out to everyone on YouTube tuning in. As you can see with the website at the bottom, you can go check out the latest music that we put up as far as our merch and previous interviews that we have up on the website, as well as our YouTube and Spotify, Anchor, Apple Music. You know, we're all over right now. And as always, shout out to our HHDG Media Inc. crew that makes it happen every week. Myself, Wiki, Rock Vader KB, the Mayor, T. Smith, and Skelly Top. Shout out to those brothers. As always, we talk about new music. Today, a dope new track came out by Pete Rock called The Expert off his upcoming Peace Instrumentals 4, dropping on March 31st, I believe. Yeah, 31st. And our guest that we're about to bring on actually has a track with Pete Rock. That'll be on a soon-to-come album. We'll definitely speak on that. You know, and this is our second day of having someone from the state of Massachusetts on, and they are affiliated. He's been rocking all over. Shout out to his crew that we're going to talk about. He's been touring worldwide, worked with international producers as well as producers over here. He's got a great core of MCs that he works with. He's worked with some well-known hip-hop producers and MCs throughout the years. And his consistent drive shows in his music as well as marketing of not only his work, but the crew he's a part of. We're only talking about M.
What up? What up?
Peace, man.
Thanks for having me, brother.
Definitely. Good to have you on here.
I'm happy to be here. You know, I'm trying to text people right now the link, but I'm excited, brother. It's dope. I know you have a daily grind, so I appreciate you taking the time at night. You know what I'm saying? So I know we both got kids, and it's a crazy thing at night, but
yeah.
But like I said, man, yeah, I'm happy to be here. Sorry, go ahead.
That's all right. It's all good. So, East Boston, Beverly, Lynn, Revere. Tell us how those cities molded M.
Actually, so I lived in East Boston until I was 5. So that's just where I was born. Mm-hmm. But I grew up in Revere. That's where I lived most of my life until I was probably 20. And then I moved to Lynn when I was 20, I think, 20 or like 19, 20. And then I think that's right. And then I was in Lynn till I was 30. And now I've been in 31. I've been in Beverly now since the last 7 or 8 years, so.
Okay.
But it's funny because a newspaper article just came out and it said that I was from Beverly, which is the funniest thing ever. But I don't care. Beverly's it's nicer than Lynn and Revere, but I'm not from Beverly, but I don't care also. That's not my MO. I don't ever fake the funk. So they can say whatever. I know what's true. But yeah, I'm from meaning the paper confused it, but I ain't even mad, Good, that will give some props to Beverly, I'm from Revere, and I lived in Lynn, and I was born in I lived in Lynn for years, and I was born in East Boston. And it molded me. I grew up playing basketball in Revere, and it molded me there was more of a street atmosphere in Revere, and molded me just playing basketball every day, hip hop and basketball hand in hand. and I was writing rhymes when I was young, and then we were recording on tapes, and then it evolved into me recording real songs in a studio that we created. We created our own studio. We were the original Kid and Play that we couldn't get in the studio, so we made our own studio. So the music wasn't great when we first started. I mean, a lot of people, our friends, our family, they loved it, but I've evolved since then. Every day I've made efforts to get better, to get more consistent, you know, to put more time in. You know what I'm saying? To do more stuff. This is my daughter right here. She just came over. Good night, boo. You want to give me a kiss? Good night. So I see you got the family there too.
Yep.
Nothing better.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. It's great.
So it molded me. Lynn and Revere is more like street. So I was at the park playing basketball. I was out there in the midst with the real fucking shit going on. So I was able to script. I was able to script a lot of stuff at the time that I was seeing around me. You know what I'm saying? Like friends dying, sadly. Like people abusing drugs. Homies who were selling drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like violence and shit like that. And I don't promote that shit, but it gave me a lot to put down for people to like see a motion picture with words, So that was a factor, but there was plenty of good times too. Like I have a great family. I have great people around me. So I've also been molded that way too. You know what I mean? My parents are still together. You know what I mean? Like
That's great.
I've had my own shit where I got 3 kids with 3 different moms, but we try to make it work. You know what I'm saying? If you see my IG, you see me with my kids often. So I try to adjust to the situation that's, my kids, my son, me and the mom were never together. He was born and that's how it was. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't see us fighting. He never saw us fighting. And my middle daughter's mom, we broke up when she was 1. So, you know what I'm saying? She didn't see us, it was good, not good, but it was for the best that we weren't ever at conflict in front of her,
Right. And, salute to you on that because, a lot of fathers just, I don't care.
I mean, it's the way it's supposed to be. You're supposed to, I made, be a father to your child, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. Like I said, I've had a lot of ups and downs with shit, man. But one thing that's been consistent is music, you know what I'm saying? Obviously my family, but we just keep going, man. That's the thing. That's what a lot of rappers don't understand. Nipsey Hussle said it. It's just about keeping on going. That's it. And keeping on getting better. I told you 20 years ago, I wasn't I'm not bragging, but I wasn't near the level I am now, and that's, you know what I mean? Kobe worked on his shot, you know what I mean? Paul Pierce worked on his game and his interior play and his jump shot. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to develop or you're gonna be stagnant,
And that's one of the key components to your music is consistent.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah, man. If you want to do something, you have to be out there. You have to. I have people tell me all the time, like when I run into them, and they're like, "Yo, I see your name everywhere," and I'm like, "That's dope. That's dope." But that still ain't shit. Meaning my mom's still like, "You ain't shit." You know what I'm saying? Like because when I get back from tour in Europe, there's no person holding a sign M. Like you know what I'm saying? They're not like greeting me at the fucking airport, which is a good thing. It's more advantageous for me to be lesser known, but have a lot of respect. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to live. I want my anonymity as well. I want to live a life where I can do what I want, but also have respect when I go places if people know the deal. You know what I'm saying? And not everybody does. Everyone's like, yo, you're going to get that record deal. I'm not looking for a record deal. I'm looking to make my legacy in music and make great music. All the rest comes. I'm older now. My fans are older. My listeners are older. And we do have younger listeners, but I'm smart to know my demographic that I'm targeting isn't on that 15, 16, 17, the ones who buy everything. That would be nice. That'd be great. But I'm being true to who I am. I'm not going to dress up and do something. I would hate to be 45 and be in a character. You know what I'm saying? Like, how the fuck are you going to do that shit? Like, if I do that shit now, what am I going to do when I'm 50? No, man, I'm going to evolve with my life. I'm going to be who I am throughout that trajectory. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And your company, I got to shout out Rev, because the marketing that he does, it's
Yeah,
synonymous with what you do.
yeah,
When there's a project coming out, I see you talking about it. When you're gonna be out on an interview, I see how you're doing. Shout out how you set up the whole interviews with the flyer like that.
yes, yes. And
Well,
I did that on my phone on the way back from New
see,
York, and I shouldn't even say this while driving. It's terrible. It shouldn't say that. I have to, I have to work. I have to do
yeah,
stuff. I have to be. Yes, man, that's well said. Because me and Rev, that's when people say that's like my brother. That's my brother. Like that's my. There's nobody more selfless in this world than Rev, and DJ works hard. Like that trio that we have with that clique is special because everybody plays their role, and there's no. It's like whatever it takes to make the team better. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you need. You don't need the illest rappers, which Rev is a great rapper. I'm just saying you don't need the illest. You need people who buy into the team. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like, so it's a team system that has helped us propel. If there's somebody else that's hot, get behind them. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. In the new video we shot with Blood, Sweat, and Tears, everybody played a role. I'm like, yo, dress up like this, do this, and they all bought in. They didn't have to buy in. It's because cats understand there's a bigger picture. Cats are too cool to have fun in other rap crews or rap. It's a fact. They're like, man, I ain't dressing up as, a guy holding a dog or a Zorro. But then you show that video to people, and people are like, oh my God, like,
yeah,
like adults are loving it, like kids are loving it. It's for everybody, you
yeah.
know.
And
And it's
that's what,
quality hip hop. And it's
yeah,
quality
at
hip
the
hop.
same time, yeah,
Has hip hop and has heart. So like to have all three is difficult. You could be cheesy and funny. You could have good hip hop and dark, or you could have family stuff. We have all three. My kids are in it.
hmm,
But go ahead. Sorry.
yeah. I was gonna say that's what music videos are for, is to entertain. We're giving you the music, but it's still entertaining to see the visuals.
I'm putting time and effort into like, yo, and we shot that at a party. And I have to, you know how hard it is to get everyone to like, yo, we gotta shoot this scene, y'all. Like we gotta take a break from partying and
Especially
drinking
at a party, yeah.
at a party. But I'm like, yo, we have all these people. What's better than having people play characters and roles in the video? So that's
Hmm.
one thing you don't have when you shoot a video. Normally, you don't have all those people. Like, you know what I'm saying? We don't have all those extras, and we're not paying for extras and models. Like, so, yo, how can I utilize Rev as a character? How can I utilize JP as a character? How can I utilize all these people that I need to be characters
Yeah,
in the video? You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So it was fantastic, brother. So, but yeah, so I don't want to shoot videos in front of walls and just shoot in front of a wall. I don't want to do that shit. That's boring to me. Like, yo, it's been done, dog. Like, and I've done it, but I'm done with doing it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure I'll shoot another one someday on tour in Europe. But it's like when I have an hour to shoot a video, it's very difficult to do other stuff. But I'm shooting in front of architecture that I think is fire. So it's like my homies in Boston who've never been to these cities in Europe are like tripping, like, yo, you out there? You know, so
Dope.
you
Shout
know.
out to DJ LMTZ
Oh
up in the
yeah,
comments.
I gotta check him out. Is he? How do I see the comments? Word, yo, shout outs to B Leaves, shout outs to Rev. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could send this to more people. Rev, you tuned in? Rev, send this to more people.
Send it out.
Hey, yo, Rev. Listen, yo, I feel like Vince Vaughn. There's a movie that he's in, and it's like he's working for Google, and he's like, "Yo, are we on the line?" Because he's so old. So I'm like yelling into the camera, like, "Rev hears me. Are we on the line?" You know, it's online. So, but yo, shout outs to my homie DJ Elements. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, Milwaukee. He just got his record today. His record said it was going to fucking Jersey, and he's like,
Mhm.
"Yo, what the fuck is my record doing all the way over there?" And he just
Wow.
got it today. So peace to him for getting the vinyl. The vinyl's doing
Dope.
fantastic. New
Yeah.
album, you know.
Dope. Now, with some of your early projects, you decided to use the album titles as your name acronym, like
Yes.
making doubters overthink, more
100%.
doubters overthinking.
Yeah. Money Doesn't Own Thought was the original tape.
Yeah, that's the
I
first
gotta-
one, right?
I gotta get you that if you don't got that. That's the one that put me on the scene. in Boston. Like, brother, this was the time when mixtapes were like hot. This was like 50 Cent mixtape era. And we were like, you know, at the time, like, yo, we need to put something out. And we did that. And it was like the first boom for us for online. Before that, we'd never put music online. So when we put out that mixtape, it was like the genesis to us starting to release stuff. Shout out to Rev, release stuff online, because Rev was ingenious with it. Like, yo, this shit's gonna take off. How crazy is this sound? Like, we're talking about, like, he's like, oh, this online shit, putting your shit online is gonna take off. Like, we didn't think of that shit back then. Yeah. Like, yo, why am I putting my shit up there for free? He's like, you gotta do that so that people listen and hear your stuff. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like trying to make money on all my stuff. As much as I want to give people stuff, we do. I just meant this is like we put years into these records. You know, art, you know, audio. You know, you know, it's just special music that we're releasing. You know, I mean that like it's a piece of art. You know.
Yeah, and since we're speaking on experimental mind state EMS,
yeah,
you got to talk about the rest of the crew.
Yo, shouts to everyone. You know, Benefit, Rev. Core, Mayhem, Undo. Who am I missing? What did I say? Benefit, Rev, Core, Mayhem, Undo, and Desco. You know what I'm saying? And then the DJs, Decepta, you know, JP. There's too many DJs, man. But shout outs to all of them. You know, and the affiliates. Shout outs to my boy Lateb. Like that dude, he's amazing. If you know, I'm sure Rev has shown you Lateb. He's amazing. He's an EMS affiliate. We have so many affiliates, man. Just good people. We have a good circle of people. That's what our crew is, a good circle of people, like people that are genuine, you know what I'm saying? And like people who do more than rap. We need you to, you know, print a shirt for the tab. Or JP sold merch at the show, but he's a DJ. Or Rev does promo when he raps. Or, you know what I mean? You got to do more, you know?
Yeah. Shout out DJ Slipwax.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Slipwax, man. Yo, I'm reading the comments now. I hope Rev gets back in here because I need him to send more people. You know,
definitely. Cool. Now, you've toured in a lot of places outside of the country. What's one of your most memorable places that you've performed at?
So yo, I haven't talked about this on the radio. So I was in, what year was that? I got the date here and everything. I was in Austria, 2012. Okay. Austria, Vienna, not Australia, Austria. Infamously, sadly, where Hitler was from. Hitler was born in Austria. He was Austrian, not German. I mean, he was German, but he was born in Austria. May 29th, I performed in Vienna, Austria, and I performed with Slaughterhouse. This is like 2012. You know what? I got the tour shirt right here. You know what I'm saying? I even got the poster. Look at the poster, Doug. Can you see that? Is it too dark?
Yeah, no, I see it.
And there's me over there screaming. And look at Saigon was opening for me. It was Saigon, me, and then Slaughterhouse. That's a real shit. That's the flyer. Yo, how crazy is that? Yo, that's how hot we were at the time. And a lot of people in the underground were messing with us back then. And Slaughterhouse. I was at Subway with Joe Budden, just like getting food at Subway with these dudes in Austria. And the food was incredible. It's like Subway. It was like Subway on crack. You know what I'm saying? So when I say that, I mean like me and Joe Budden were like just like up to the counter ordering whatever we want. I think he even gave me like 50 cents extra because I needed euro. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not even saying it like this, Royce the 5'9". I'm not even saying it. I just thought it was so dope back then. And I didn't take any videos and shit because this is so long ago. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have my phone out and all that, you know? But it was dope. And then Austria was the highest quality of living. The water was dope. The people were great. The food was good. The air was good. You know what I'm saying? I really liked Vienna, Austria. The next day I did Slovakia, which I was kind of like, wow, no, because this is right after Hostel dropped, which was like Bratislava, Slovakia.
Oh,
you know
man.
what I'm saying? So yeah. Actually, you know what? That's where I think we had Subway in Austria. But it wasn't Subway. It was like
it was like that version?
It was like an Italian deli that's like amazing in New York that's called Subway. You know what I'm saying? Like they're making the food, but they have Subway as their like title on their thing. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't
Wow.
Subway. You know.
Now, give us a memory at Hip Hop Camp in the Czech Republic.
Yo, so check this out. So I got this shit too. So this is us at Hip Hop Camp right here. You see Hip Hop Camp. We're performing in an airplane hangar. So you see the headliners, dog. I don't know if you can see that. It's
Yeah,
J. Rue
barely
the
see that
Damager.
one.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
J. Rue the Damager was one headliner. I was a headliner. Where is it? Jizza was a headliner right here, you know. But
Damn.
yeah, dog. And that's crazy. Illa J went on right before me, and Strong Arm Steady went on. You know who the coolest dude ever was
Wow. Damn.
yeah, yeah. You know who the coolest dude ever was is who's the dude in Crondon? That dude
Oh,
was
Crown
mad
Down. Yeah,
dope.
yeah, yeah.
He came backstage, he was kicking it with me like, "Yo, dog, you gonna kill this shit?" I was mad nervous. It's like thousands of people, man. You know,
Yeah, I've seen them
um,
videos. That Hip Hop Camp is huge.
yeah, we were at like 4 a.m, dog, and I'm like tired as hell because I'm like waiting all day to perform. But we got that energy. As soon as we got up that first song, it was like
That
right
was it.
to
Yeah.
0 to 100. But yeah, the dope part about Kemp, was it's like you're walking around and it's like Woodstock. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look and like Chino XL and me, that's my man. But we're just walking around and bumping into each other with the fans. Not tripping. They're happy to see you, but like everyone just kind of like mixed in together at this huge festival. You know what I'm saying? So
Wow.
like it felt like I've never been to Woodstock, but it felt like Woodstock for hip hop. A dope memory for me out there was the Teb and Core on the last night got fucked up. And like I came and I had to like get them off like a picnic table. They were like fucking dancing on a picnic table and shit. I'm like, dude, we gotta go. But yeah, it was dope experience. Shout out to Victor Keys who shot it, DJ Workside who helped facilitate it. A Core who was a part of it, Lateb who was a part of it with me, and my man Alex Place, and JP DJing, obviously. You know.
And one of the great benefits of touring worldwide is the producers.
Mm.
You get to meet them, and some of them I'm pretty sure approached you about
Yeah,
getting to
yeah.
work with them. Yeah.
I met Pete Rock when I was on tour in Switzerland. That's it. Shout out to Meta P. He was talking to him backstage, and he was showing him my vinyl. And he was like, "Yo, this is..." And Pete, like I don't know if he knew me, but like once this dude was like showing him the record, and Molly Mal was producing on it, and High Tech was producing on it. He's like, "Yo, where's he at?" And then he was like showing me mad love. He like put me under his arm. He's like, "Yo, come on, let's talk." And that's it, man. Like months later, might have been even like 6 months to a year later, he sent me a bunch of beats. One of the beats that he sent me, Sky's I didn't use Sky's You when I passed on it. Sky's You ended up using it for the project that they have.
Oh, the Retropolitan project.
Yeah, I think it was the
Wow.
Pennies joint. I got the beat.
Oh, depends. Oh, okay.
And mad respect to them. I just meant that I heard it later and I'm like, oh snap, he sent him that stuff too. You know what I'm saying? So but shout out to Pete, man. Pete's dope. Sky's You's dope.
So you were showing him Ego and the Enemy.
Oh wow, you got the vinyl? Oh, the CD. Wow, you got the vinyl.
I got the vinyl, yeah.
That's fantastic, brother. Now this made me really, really, really happy and proud. That's like special to me, man. That's a double record. It was special for me to have a record like that. Vinyl Digital took a chance and they put it out. They put out the record, German label. They put out that record.
Yeah, I'm familiar with them. Yeah.
They contacted me. They're like, we want to put out your record.
Wow.
I was like, hell yeah, man. So then we
dope.
negotiated a deal, and they're cool as hell, man. Cool as I've been to their facility in Germany since then, and they gave me like a bunch more records. I only have 8 or 7 more left because I sold one at the show last week. I only have 7 more left ever. But the crazy part for me is, brother, like I was touring all the time. Now I'm not touring at all because of this COVID, and there's people who deal with real stuff. So I'm not even saying that like I'm a victim or like nothing like that. I just meant my whole life switched the last 2 years where I was touring all the time. I was in Germany when COVID hit. Now I'm not touring at all, but I shifted everything. I worked on my album. I worked on me. I worked on producing. I worked on, you know what I mean? Like I worked on what I could control because I couldn't control shows.
Yeah.
You know?
And this is a key component that not everyone's capable of doing in this adjustment and the simulation at times. You got to assimilate at times. And the past 2 years, it's been hard for a lot of people, but at the same time, you got to find ways to adjust.
I'm here, you know what I mean? Like, so I gotta utilize that time. So it would be foolish of me to be like pity party, like I can't tour. Nah, man, there's plenty I can do. Yeah. You know, so I can't control that. I can control being better at what I'm doing, where I'm at. You know what I mean? I'm not there, I'm here, so I'm gonna be the best I can be here. You know, so
you can find the only way to capitalize. Yep.
Yes. And even not even just on like it all came naturally. Like when I started producing, my goal wasn't like, yo, I'm gonna make mad money. My goal was like, I want to be a great producer, you know. So, which is dope, man, because I've been producing my ass off, and it's starting to materialize big time, you know.
Yeah, and I've seen the IG post with the production. What sparked you to want to start doing the production?
When I got home, I did it the first week I got back from tour. I was like, yo, I gotta do something, like I said, that can have me be productive while we're locked down. When we were locked down, I wanted to learn the language. I wanted to add to my craft. I've always wanted to be more than a rapper. So, brother, the producing thing is so dope for me because I just studied it. I was in here banging my head against the wall trying to figure it out. Shout out to my homie DJ Mech. He was coaching me from Germany. And I got it down, man. Like this is my shit over here. What I use, I just have like my Fruity Loops and my MPD pad. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically what I use. You know, but it's just a real. Go ahead.
It doesn't. I was gonna say it doesn't take much. You know, the skills coming from the person, not so much the machines.
And the effort. You know, I'm like, yo, I want to be good at this. I'm gonna take time. So like, you know, but I'm blessed with, I think I have a good ear for like what I want. I think that's the biggest thing I have is like I know what I want it, you know, here. And I think as an MC that it was advantageous for me that I was able to get into producing because I already know what samples I like. You feel me? So I started chopping samples and it was game over. So like that, it started to work out where I would find dope records and it made the production easier because I'm already finding something that hasn't been used, or at least it's not on who sampled as used. And that separated me from the pack of cats I've known for years that just haven't found the right sounds, you know? So if you have an ear for it, man, that's what put me in a position to win. So by the the second week, excuse me, I produced the beat for Smith & Wesson. Shout out to my man Benefit. That's crazy, you know? Second week producing, never produced in my life. You know, but I had the background with MCing, you know, so
that's crazy. Smith & Wesson.
Yeah, shout out to them, man. First beat number 10. That's what they have. They have beat number 10. That's what it's titled, beat 10. You know, so like I cranked out like 10 beats first couple weeks, and some of them were good, you know, but. That one I wanted to use that. I say that about every beat, but then I don't end up writing to it. But writing's work. Producing's so much easier, you know? To like pull the thoughts out and be creative is more work. To produce is more just fluid and fun. I'm just like playing sounds, dog, you know? So shout out to Smith & Wesson. Shout out to Benefit, Tangiers, Kane. You know, they're on that track and they heard it and they were like, yo, we have to have this. And I'm like, yo, this is benefiting Kane. And I'm like, yo, listen, man, I want to use this shit, you know? And they're like, nah, come on, man. And I was like, all right, cool, man. You know, like, you want that beat, it's yours, because, like, I hadn't really done anything with production, so why not, you know? And then they showed it to Tech, and Tech was loving it, and Steele jumped on it. That's it, you know?
And that's crazy that Tangiers is also on Wrath of the Titans, which you produced.
Yes. So that I produced for them, and then I was putting out Dining in Dystopia, and I'm like, yo, I want to use this too. Like, so I hit them up and they're like, absolutely, because they wanted to be on a vinyl. Kane and Ben have never been on a vinyl, you know. So, RJ Payne, shout out to RJ Payne, like they're like really homies with him. PR Dean is homies with Payne
That's
and
dope.
Ben, and yeah, so they have a couple records together on that project. But I used it. Dining is like a compilation of Lucy's and unreleased and remixes and a couple features that I wanted to put like together. But the album is Ego and the Enemy 2. That's the album. That's the one with all. That's like that's my baby that I've been working on for so long. That's the one we put up the first single with Pete Rock, who you mentioned in the precursor to the show.
Yeah, The Atonement. Yep.
That's concepts, stories, big records, not many features. That album is done. That's done. You know what I'm saying? I need to touch up one song and it's finito. But I have like 30 songs I gotta pick out, and then I'm gonna make another project as well from Ego and the Enemy too. So but that's the project. Dining has gotten crazy success over being like a holdover, a warm-up, because of the art, because of who's on it, because of the production, because of the quality,
Dope. And you got 2 ill videos off the Dining in Dystopia.
There's actually more than 2 because some of the songs are already out. So Price of Love, there's a video and it just got pulled from,
That's true.
got pulled from YouTube because
Really?
like last week, Dining in Dystopia had major success, so it must have brought attention to the song. The original sample got it pulled. Shouts to John Glass. I got to talk to John Glass. I want to redo that song, and then, the video, I want to, dub it with the new version. So the Price of Love sample, John, we didn't clear it, and they want money probably for it, so they pulled the record.
Yeah.
So that video is pulled right now. Price of Love. Wow. So, but we have a video for Price of Love. We have a video for Another Day, which I made. Another Day remix. I guess we don't have a video for Another Day remix, but we just put the audio over it. We have a video for a kind of a video for Schizoid that I made.
That's a little snippet, right? Yeah.
That's like the just different type of schizophrenic stuff, and we have a video that Workside made for Reaganomics. We have Blood, Sweat, and Tears. I know I'm missing a couple. Yeah, but it's we're shooting a video for. Oh, we have a video for Ricochet in Germany, and we have we have a video for that we're gonna shoot for Stopwatch with Quarter Inch Kings, the producers.
Another dope.
Working.
Coming out of Canada, right? If I remember correctly.
Great guys. You know your stuff. Great guys, great people. So they asked me to be on their album. I did the song. We liked it so much. We're like, can we use it for our project too? They're like, absolutely. Shout out to them for being so cool about it. Man, we worked in. We're trying to be as productive as possible. Do a video, do a song, do a show, do radio, your radio. Whatever it takes, man. People when they hear the music, they buy in. We were on my homie's show, Big Truth, last week. Somebody heard the radio. One of his dedicated fans. They bought the vinyl. That's it. That's it right there. That's gaining. That's gaining somebody. That's it. It was worth it to do the interview with my homie anyway. But I'm saying to have somebody buy the record from that show, they wrote me a big message. I like your positive energy. I like what you're doing. I like what you're about. I'm buying the album. So if you can get 100 dedicated people a year to buy $100 worth of stuff, you do the math. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Think about it. It's more than that. Excuse me. If you have 1,000 fans who spend $100 a year, 1,000. That's it. 1,000 fans. That's it. So, but that's the secret sauce. If you have 1,000 fans that are dedicated to buying stuff, game over. So if I can get one from every show I do, every radio, every performance, every, every meet and greet tour, whatever, then I'm ahead of the game. And then I treat those people right. Not even fans, the listeners who support you. And I give them free albums, digital, in their email. Or if I hit them up and say, thank you personally. Or if I write them a note when I send out the record, because I care, because I'm grateful, because I don't expect it. You know what I mean? Like them doing it is a service to me. It's something that I appreciate, but it's never expected. because they don't have to go and spend their money. They can spend their money on other stuff, you know.
And you
something,
know that yeah. And I was just about to say that appreciation goes a long way.
People want to feel a part of something, and that's we want them to be a part of it because I'm nothing without them. I can't do what I do consistently. I mean, I'll still do this, you know what I mean? But it helps that people are buying in, and it helps that on my side that they know that I appreciate them because like I said, those little things go a long way. Someone might be dealing with something. You write them a personal note instead of like taking a year to send their record out or not sending their record or breaking their record or not even caring about like sending it with anything other than the record. I'm including stickers and flyers and posters and sometimes newspaper clippings, whatever, in a message because maybe I won't be able to do that forever, but I'm always going to try to reach out and thank the people that are doing stuff to help me eat, to help me, you know, get further in what I'm doing. I mean, I work and I do other stuff, so I'm never going to just depend on music, but it's nice to like have that comfort where I can do well with music as well, you know.
Yeah.
And we're getting there. We were with the touring, you know, so.
Yeah, slowly things are gonna come back to the way they were.
I hope so. I think so. And you know what the cool part is, brother? I haven't even pushed for a tour because I don't want to do it unless it's really ready. You know what I mean? Like I'm not pushing at all. I haven't even thought about it. I haven't reached out places because I don't want to do anything till we're at a point where it's a little bit eased back with like, okay, we're good. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to force it. Because if you saw the last 2 years, it went the ebb and flow, 100% security to like middle, back up. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it's starting to ease up again. So plus there's people dealing with shit too. I don't want to force it when people are, you know, having people sick or losing people. I'm not trying to force anything when it comes to shows, you know?
Dope. Now I saw a picture of all the vinyl that you had back to ship to the supporters.
Yeah.
How does that feel, you know, just knowing that all of these people are buying your physicals?
Brother, it was a day, actually it was 2 days because another whole day I had to send. I still have records over here that I need to send out. Like, you know what I mean? My homie, and I got one I got to send to Mexico, you know? So we sent it to Alaska. We sent it to Japan. How dope is that? We're sending records to Japan, you know? So shipping was crazy. I lost money on some of the shipping to other countries because we put 20. It's like $30, but we made it back because so many people bought the record. I just meant that we didn't overcharge on the shipping because we wanted the Europe cats to get it. But we put 20 for shipping, and now it's like 27, 28 for Europe. You know what I mean? Depending on, you know, how much is in the box weight-wise.
Yeah.
I'm grateful, man. I'm grateful. Like I said, like people buying the record. I can't ever explain in words how cool that is for me as a fan of hip-hop that people want to own the product. Especially if they don't have a record player. I got friends buying it, fans buying it. They don't have a record player. So they just want to own the piece of art, you know?
Wow.
It's a dope feeling, man. And I appreciate it. I appreciate everything, man.
Mm-hmm. Now, I got to ask, because I've been listening to John Glass for a long time, and I've seen how far he's come with Glass House Productions. Tell us about, you know, his whole studio, and shout out to him because I've seen how he has another portion of his studio for, you know, people like me doing podcasts that he's offering to.
You're very in tune, man, and I really respect that. John's my man. Listen, I've known John. John used to hear me on 88.9 before he started producing, and he hit me up to do a song like as like a listener. And I had him come to my crib. I had him come to my studio. And I love that kid. I love that kid more than most regular, like, you know, non-hip hop people that I know. That dude is I love that dude so much. And he's a genuine dude. He's a selfless dude. He came to my studio. We've been friends ever since. And I've seen him progress from, I was recording at his house. We did Give It To Me at his crib. I was thinking which one we did his crib. We did Foreign at his crib, like at his mom's crib. And we were in like a sweat box. Then I remember him getting like a studio, like a closet type studio. It's so hot in there when you shut the door behind you, so like he could still be outside of the little box. Now that studio is Studio B at his new place. You know what I'm saying? Like that yeah. So he's done amazing. He produced Price of Love. Speaking of Price of Love, John's the best. John's the best. Give It To Me is my favorite song. One of my favorite songs to perform. I mean, there was like, so you got to understand, Ego and the Enemy came out in 2017, which we've been working on it for a while before that. And you got High Tech on it, Buck Wild, Molly Ma, you know, Crisis, one of my favorite producers, Crisis, you know what I'm saying? And endless producers, man. You know, 7L and JS1 are on it, Cutting, I think. I'd have to look at, you know, the Discogs, but like there's so many dope producers on that. Raj Professor.
Yeah.
And John Glass.
Yeah, Buck Wild on there.
Buck Wild. John Glass has some of the best beats on the album. And they all killed it. I just meant that John was like a young up and coming dude, and he was giving me like his best beat, you know, because he doesn't care. Even right now, like I know him, he would do his best song. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to do a project together. We've talked about it for years, especially with me producing now. You know, me and him could make a beat together, or I could just rap on his beats. But there's so many layers to how dynamic the project could be. You know. Crazy. We have other music too. I gotta look in my computer, but me and John is the best. John's the best. Shout out to John, man. You know.
Cool. We were talking about international producers earlier, and one key production crew that you work with quite often are the Snow Goons.
Yeah.
I think the first was it you were on Trojan Horse, right? Was that the first album that you were on?
Yeah, Trojan Horse with me and Crumb Snatcher. So that was their third album. It might have been their second album, or
yes, it might have been the second. I think so.
It was huge for me to be on that record. So I'm gonna tell you like it is. Like they hit me up to do something with Crumb because they knew me and Crumb were like super tight, and like they're like, you can get on it too. But I'm like, yo, listen, man, I'm getting on this song. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm gonna be real with you. They were like, yo, you got to get Crumb on it with you. I'm like, listen, I'm gonna get Crumb and I'm gonna murder it. You know what I mean? So I went and did the record, and then after that, we were friends forever. You know what I'm saying? And then I did something. I've been on like 6 or 7 of their albums. I'm on Virtuoso's album with them on a song called Ted Koppel. I'm on Trojan Horse with them. I'm on Real in the Raw 1. I'm on Real in the Raw 2. I'm on the Dynasty album. Yeah, shout out to the Snow Goons, man. Good dudes. And they're all about hip hop, man. There's never any money. They're all about hip hop, you know. Meaning that it was never like they were just like, yo, let's work, you know. So, those are good dudes, man. Yo, the original Real in the Raw song, me and Jason did over an Explicit 1 beat, a homie who produced on the Special Teams album, you know, with Slane, Edo, and Jason. And Explicit 1's from Lynn, where I was living. That's my brother, and he's part of like EMS affiliates. He made the beat for us. We did Real in the Raw. I sent Snow Goons the acapella, and they remixed it to make it Real in the Raw. And then part 2 is with Journalist. That's a cool story, you know. So the real version's out there too. I think it's on YouTube. I mean the original version, you know. Now that other version has got like, you know, 120. I don't even know, 150,000 views, whatever it is. But yo, the crazy part about that is that's the second time they posted, because the first time Stones had to repost a lot of their music because I forget what the reason was, but they had to like own the music on their YouTube. But that was the second time they posted it, and it's still like over 100,000 views. For not that any of that shit matters, it's just dope that you know song was originally Explicit 1 who produced it, you know.
Adam said Kraftwerk, Real in the Raw.
Oh yeah, I'm on Kraftwerk too. That's the one. I don't know if that's the first one I'm on. Yo, Adam, right there. That's Adam who did the cover, dog, for Dining in Dystopia.
Ah, dope.
Shout out to
Shout
Adam.
out to Adam.
That's a good dude. Yo, let me check this now. Yeah. How do I see the latest comments? Yo, shout out to Real. Yo, shout outs to my homie Elements. You know what I'm saying? Rev. Shout outs to Rev. He's back in the thread. Yeah, Ricochet too. I'm just checking it now. But yeah, man. Yo, shout out to Papi Chulo. You know. But yeah, man. China. Ego 2 is the best music I've ever done, and that's coming next. That's coming next. The best music I've ever done. By far. Like, Dining is cool. Ego 2 is the best music I've ever done. By far. Like, it's talking about everything I'm going through with my kid's mom, my other kid's mom, with work, just like, COVID, being laid off, struggles, being in an apartment, trying to buy a house, but not having, I have money, but I don't have traceable income because of music, needing 2 years of pay stubs, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's been a battle, man, but we're still here and we're going stronger than ever,
And when you were talking about the different places you lived, you were talking about, certain areas and how you've seen things, and it shows in certain songs that you make. And one song that stuck with me off of Ego and Enemy is Days Are All the Same, produced by
People love that joint. Sorry to interrupt. Yeah, High Tech on the beat. Like that's one of those ones that, like, and everything's what I'm saying, dog, is the truth. And we're addicted to our phones. As I'm looking into my phone, we're addicted to social media. We're addicted to, like, how we present ourselves about it. What I said in that shit is, a kid is crying, because he doesn't have enough likes on his Twitter, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? And then a mom is crying because their Tinder don't swipe back. And they're in the same room with each other. And they're not even helping each other because they're so lost.
Completely disconnected, yep.
And it's so true, dog. And it's like, I think about that all the time. And, like, the girl trades up her boyfriend for another dude because Sex and the City tells her that she needs to have someone else. That has a nice car, that has this amount of money. People live like that, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Live like that. And, this other dude's about to kill his boss because he was shamed because he's so low on the totem pole and he doesn't know how to adjust. Yeah, man, it's some deep rooted stuff in that record. And it's so dope because it's a High Tech beat. And I'm, like, the biggest High Tech fan. And when I got that beat, I was like, I needed to change up everything. So I kind of, I changed up my flow a little bit to the drum.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I gotta listen to it to, like, catch some of the bars. But I used to perform it. I gotta stop performing it again. It really stuck with me after I wrote it because I'm like, this shit could really connect with people in the current situation that we're in.
Yeah. Definitely. Shout out to B-Leaf, who we just interviewed yesterday. He said that's his favorite song from you.
Oh, word, man. Thank you, B. My favorite song is With You. We have some great records together. We got to do a project too. He's the man, dog. He's just a great dude. Selfless dude. Another dude who I met at John Glass's studio. He hit me up, and then we've been friends since. That's it. Like, now that's my brother. So, but one thing that stands out with us is we're us always. Where there's no fucking faking the funk. I deal with pain. I deal with breakups. I deal with shit just like other people, except I'm not afraid to talk about that shit. I'm not afraid to say, there's no character with me. And I think that if more people embrace that shit, they'll go farther in life, Not that I'm better. Not that I just meant that it makes my job easier just saying what it is,
Yeah.
I'm wearing an inside-out fucking T-shirt right now, So I mean, I care, but to a point, you know what I mean?
It's what builds a character, You got to be honest with yourself before you want to be honest with anybody else.
Poetry, man. You're saying poetry, you know what I mean? And yeah, I mean, that Days Are All the Same really stuck in my head. I gotta listen to that after because I wanna write records like that a lot. I want to write records that transcend projects, transcend, genres of music. I want to write records that, anybody can listen to, and it doesn't have to be a pop or a rock song. It can be just a good song, So, and the badge in it might as well be a 666 because people always ask me, what does that mean? When I'm like 666 written on your name tag. It's like you're working for this dude, or you're working for this company, or you're working for this conglomerate, and not there's anything wrong with it, but you're just a number to them.
Mm-hmm.
You're just a number. You're just a number. And that number, obviously, I'm not saying it's the devil, but it might as well be something, not that every person wears a badge. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that when you're into that system, you don't realize every day that you're clocking in and you're now in that cycle with the clock and the time lapse moving, that you're now caught in that web where they drop you like this. They don't give, it's a number cut. We only have 60 guys that can stay. Okay, who's the cheapest that we can, what's the most money we can make, and who can we get rid of first? You know?
Right. Yep.
Slave to the industry.
Yep. Absolutely.
And that's a lot of us, man. You know, and I've been there, you know. We have to eat, right? But we also have to know when we're just like on the assembly line of the robots.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what I said. That's what I said. In the I'm looking at an article in the Boston Globe, and they quoted one of the lines from that song. So now I can cheat a little bit. He said the soul-crushing cultural decay, he raps, chicks regurgitating thinking that they'll look right. Dudes increase the murder rate trying to live that hood life. Dog. Like, it's like chicks throwing up to try to look good. Dudes shooting bullets trying to look good. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Until they're dead, dog.
Yeah.
Nobody looks good in the casket, dog. I don't care how much makeup they put on you.
Yeah. And, you know, this is the thing, like we were talking about. You have to know a turning point of taking advantage of being in that same system day after day, week after week, month after month,
yes,
where you can use it to your advantage and then find your way out of it.
Yes, and how can you save from it? Okay, so you're there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to be here for 6 months. Am I going to be here for 6 months and then be at ground zero again? No, you got to, in those 6 months, save or invest the money. Don't spend it stupidly, because then you're just here. Then you're that hamster.
Yep.
Inside, the people live inside a balloon where they keep getting more money, but they're buying more things. So they're never getting into a spot of comfort.
Mm-hmm.
It's always like, dude makes $100,000 a year, $200,000 a year, but he has to live check to check. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me.
Something
wrong. I don't make crazy money, but I'm not living check to check because I'm frugal, or, you know, my kids in my life. That's where I spend my money. My girl, she's good with me too, where me and her don't have lavish things. Dog, my kitchen is my studio. You know what I'm saying? This is my kitchen table. This is my booth. All right, rappers out there?
Yeah.
Like, this is not my kitchen, my dining room kind of, you know? Look at this. That's my studio in the kitchen. So stop complaining. Do more.
Yep.
Be more. Anything that you aspire, you can make happen. I'm living proof. I've seen 11 Europe tours, paid, flown, and I've been out there seeing places that my friends have only dreamed about because I put in the work. And when I'm denied, I go and knock on another door. And when someone says, no, you can't, I say, yes, I can, and try a different person. And when someone says, you also can't, I try another person. I can't, I don't stop. People are going to tell me, yo, you're not, they don't say you're not dope. They're just like, you're not really, you know, we don't have the money for this, or we can't get you here. I'm going to get there. It doesn't have to be through that door.
Yeah.
Remember that.
Great inspiration right there. I hope y'all took that in.
When somebody says no, that's okay. Jordan was cut. You all know the whole story. Y'all know you don't get stronger unless you fall down and get back up. You know that. It's not how many times, you know, Rocky, man. It's not how many times you get hit or how hard you get hit. It's how hard you get hit and how many times you get back up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to steal Rocky lines. That's not me. You know, I've been knocked down plenty. I'm knocked down right now. I got shit going on in my life that's been a lot to navigate. But if I tell you I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. If I say, yo, I'm gonna put out a project, I'm gonna put it out properly. We're gonna roll it out properly. We're gonna have the right art. We're gonna have the right video. We're gonna have the right promotion. We're not just gonna be like, yo, here's the album. Click, press a button. No, man, we're gonna work the record. You know.
Mm-hmm.
That's gems for y'all.
Yeah. Take that in. Work with it.
I got a jet, man. You've been fantastic. Any other questions you got?
That's
You
all
got a
good.
little bit of time. You sure you got any more? I want to stay forever. I can talk. I'm affable. I'm a natural talker. You know what I'm saying? I'm loquacious. You know, so I don't. And my girl goes, "You're getting louder."
Now we good. We spoke on exactly what what I wanted to speak on. What people out there listening, tuning in, or will be tuning in later on, checking it. The repost later on. This is what we want to hear from M. Dot.
We're gonna send this video everywhere. If y'all tuning in right now, thank you. Like I'm really appreciative, man. Like we're never gonna stop. We're not gonna stop because of people like you, homie, that put me in a position to have a platform to talk to more people. So I appreciate you so much. I appreciate just us chopping it up. You know what I'm saying? This is dope. This is dope for me. This is dope for me. It's a privilege for me. So, yeah, man, let's get it. Let's get it. Stay tuned. We're shooting more videos. We're putting out more projects. We're on a mission. This last month has been. I feel like January is our month. Like I feel like if there's a talk of hip hop albums in at least the underground, we're there on every platform project. We're mentioned, and if we're not mentioned, that's okay. We will be at the end of the year. I just meant now we have to make March and April and May, and all the way down the line our month. That takes putting in the time and work. So.
Yep, absolutely. So right now, everyone, Dining in Dystopia is out. Go check it out. Go support. There's still vinyl available. Limited CDs are available. And coming up next, Ego and the Enemy 2.
Let's go. Let's go. Hey, and shout outs to you. Shout outs to my EMS crew. Shout outs to B Leafs as well. I know he's been in the comments. I love you, brother. Shout outs to John Glass. Everybody, man. Yeah, listen. There might be a project before Ego 2 as well, just because Ego 2 I have to trim, But we have a project with me and Big Shug. That's already pretty complete. Gangstar Foundation. We have a project. EMS has a whole album ready. I got a whole board. I got a board here of music, So, and then that's Dissolute Paradise. That's Ego 2. We got the EMS album, man. And I'm gonna probably put out an instrumental album. We have all this music 90% complete. I'm just adding. I'm augmenting it. But I'm out. We did a solid hour, and I love you, man. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. And I want to just say real quick what you just pointed out. That's a very smart, goal-oriented thing to do. Because I'm a type of person. I write things down in my notepad daily, but sometimes when you see it there, your drive is elevated.
I need to erase that board and redo it because I've gotten stagnant and I got this on the board already. You know what I'm trying to say? So I need to scratch it all off and restart, give new goals, you know what I'm saying? Because if it don't mean shit if I just have it there, I need to add to it and change it and adjust it. You know what I'm saying? So and I also have a couple hidden gems in the deck, dog, which you'll see, like major things. Ego 2 has the best production lineup I've ever been a part of. So we'll say that, and I'm excited for y'all to see it. Pete Rock was the first single, just to give you the idea. And that song to me is cool, but I'm leagues a different level now because I feel like I've taken the time to try to craft and get better.
Absolutely, dope. And we're gonna end this off with you giving your shout outs. And showing where to support.
Shout outs to my family. Shout outs to everybody who gives me any type of listen or purchases anything. Even if you don't purchase it, I'm glad that you're tuned in. And my social media is at MDOT Boston. M.Boston. That's it. Shout outs to all my dudes that are in the Glazers Union because I'm in the union now. You know what I mean? Shout outs to, like I said, EMS, my crew. My family, Nicole, Cadence, Macarier, and John Michael. And that's it. That's it.
There you go. Thank you so much. And on behalf of all of our HHDG Media Inc. crew, we're going to say peace.
Peace. Hey, we'll be back. All right.
Absolutely.
Peace.